Hello and welcome back. I am Jeff GrantMEDIA. In today's real user review, we are going to take a look at the Greenroom 136 BYC number 3, the Northseeker. Now, GR136 did send me this as a sample for review, but all the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share the contents of this video with Greenroom 136 prior to publication. They will see this when you do. Now, let's start by breaking that down. BYC number 3. BYC is the By Your Command, and this is the third bag that they've done in that series. Now, what the By Your Command is essentially Greenroom polls the consumer on their Facebook page. What features would you like to see in their bag? So they basically say, we're going to do the Northseeker now. What are some of the features that you would like to see? They poll you, you answer, and they build. They do a couple of prototypes. Once they finish the bag, which they approve the design, they will do a pre-order, and once the pre-order has been completed and closes, they manufacture the bags and ship them out. So this was the Northseeker, which is currently my favorite bag from Greenroom 136. Now, I was a Genesis man. When I got my first Northseeker, I just loved it. I fell in love with the bag. I liked the overall design, the usability of it, and then the BYC came along and added a couple features that I would really wanted to see in Northseeker have been implemented in it. I will say the one thing that I would personally change is that this is a 16-liter bag as opposed to the standard Northseekers. I believe, what are they, 20 and 25 liters, but because of the overall shape and design of the bag, they actually punch well above their weight class. So we'll get into the one thing that it still works for, but the one thing that reason I would like to see a little bit larger capacity. But before we get into that, let's hit some of the specs of the Northseeker BYC number 3 Northseeker version. Now, the BYC number 3 Northseeker did come in several versions, much like we see with the standard version. It is available in EPX 400, Army Duck Canvas, VX 42, and Core Dura, all of which come with a variety of front options. The furry front that we see here in my bag, the patch panel, or the vanilla plain front version. Now, as I have already mentioned, the size of this bag is a 16 liter as opposed to the 20 or 25 liter versions of the standard. Now, all of the BYC bags do offer you a few options in the drop-down menus once you decide on your bag, that be a plain front, a furry front, or a patch panel front. You get to choose your color and then a couple of different options that you can add. But basically, these bags are going to be as is. These are not wildcard customizable bags. You can essentially add a few upgrades to the bag. And at the time of filming, the prices varied on the bag from about $170 USD up to about $220 USD, depending upon which bag material you chose. Okay, so here we have my original 20-liter Northseeker that I got about 3 years ago, and here is my Northseeker BYC that I've had for a little over a month, maybe going on 2 months now at this point. So we can right off the bat see we have 2 panels, 1 panel. One of the big upgrades is something that people have actually been asking for with Greenroom bags for some time, were stretchy water bottle pockets, as opposed to, if we don't drop the bag, we could see the Core Dura water bottle pockets. Now, these were fine. I didn't have any real issues with them, but you can fit a wider variety of bottles in the stretchy versions as opposed to the Core Dura version. So those are some of the 2 main things that jump out at you right off the bat. Now, another thing to note is that the 20 liter, it is a little bit bigger bag, but you can see the QA pocket, they both have it, but the QA pocket is a larger opening on the older version. Again, a little bit bigger, 4 liters bigger. So it is a bigger pocket. So it is a little small. I didn't have any issues getting in or out of it, but I did notice that it was a larger pocket on the original version. But again, larger bag, so you have a little bit more space to work with. But really, the 2 big differences are the fact that we have a single panel instead of the front panel, and we have these stretchy water bottle pockets. Now, one of the other additions we have are grab handles, which one of the things I really like too is the addition of the wider grab handle on the BYC as opposed to the little bit narrower one. And the reason I like that is because when you're holding the bag, now I didn't have any issues with this because it is folded over. It's a little bit padded, if you will. There's no padding in it, but because it is folded over, it gives you a little bit more padding, but it does cover the hand okay. But the wider version really gives you a lot better grip on that bag, and it really covers the palm of that hand better. So when you're grabbing the bag, it actually distributes that weight a lot better across the palm, so you get a much better grip. In addition, we also have side grab handles as opposed to no side grab handles. Now, I don't remember offhand because I did not check the specs, but that may be an add-on option to the original version. I'm just misremembering, but my original version did not have it. Now, breaking down some of the other differences, both these are also the Cordura version of the bag. So this is the 1000D Cordura nylon, which is the actual Cordura nylon. Now, once we go into the front lay flat zipper pocket on the BYC version, you can see in here, we actually have these mesh dividers. That's actually, it's like one big mesh pocket that's sewn in the middle to give you two dividers with a two-way zip. So you can actually organize some of your lay flat things, keep them where you want them, zip them in there. In addition to that, we also have a few pieces of webbing on the inside here so you can stash some things in, and our key leash. Where in our old version, we just had a big open space to lay things in, and I believe there's also, was there a key? No, there's not a D-ring. I thought there was a D-ring in this. Maybe the D-ring was in my 25-liter version, but there's no key leash in there either, but it's just a big lay flat pocket. Now, I didn't have an issue with the original version with the lay flat. Yes, things do dump and fall to the bottom of the bag, and they would lay cut at the bottom, so you didn't have as much organization. It was okay. It still worked for my needs, but I do really like the addition of these pockets because now when I pick the bag up, I have my little first aid kit that's going to stay where I need it. I have my little pill box in the bottom, so everything kind of stays where I want it. It doesn't all fall and pile at the bottom. And then you also have your addition of these few little pieces of webbing here that you can stick something, like I'd probably stick like a pen or a pencil through there, like a Sharpie or something, so you can lash that in. Now, we don't have the admin pocket, which is kind of what we have in this front zipper pocket. It's this bit of an admin area in here as well. We don't have that in the new version, but because we have the organization in the front lay flat pocket, you can basically lay that out the same as you would in there, and I found that I haven't had any issues with it. Now, again, we have our mesh pockets with a little bit of elastic here, so you can fit a bunch of different water bottles in there. I don't know why people always ask me, but a 32-ounce Nalgene, I don't really use this anymore. This one is around specifically for this purpose because people always ask me, will it fit a 32-ounce Nalgene? And it does. So it stretches out, it fits a 32-ounce Nalgene, where the old version with the Cordura didn't have that stretch. So the old version, it does not fit a 32-ounce Nalgene. So the new version, even though it is a smaller bag, it does fit a 32-ounce Nalgene water bottle. Again, grab handle, I really like this top grab handle. It's been working really, really well because I do it usually when I get in the car. I don't open my passenger door. I'm lazy. Why would I walk around the car when I just get in? I would put my bag, I sit down in the car, I set my bag in the passenger seat, then when I get to work, I grab it and I pull it back and I get out the car. So it works well to pass through, especially, I mean, the bag's pretty well loaded out. I have a decent amount of weight in this bag, and that does distribute the weight nicely over the palm of my hand. Now, the one thing that I said I would get into with the 16-liter capacity is we do have access to our laptop tablet sleeve in the back here, and it's great. You can see I have some bills in there, so I'm not going to pop that over, but I keep my tablet back in here. But it does not fit. I have a 16-inch MacBook Pro as my work computer. Now, I don't take my work computer home often, but when I do need to bring it home with me to do work from home, I do need to put it in my backpack. It does not fit through the tablet laptop sleeve. It does fit inside the main body of the bag, so I'm just very careful when I do that, but I can still fit a 16-inch MacBook Pro and the power, the plug, in the main body of the bag. So that is the drawback of the 16-liter version. I can't fit the 16-inch, and I also couldn't fit my 15-inch in there. I probably could have if I do it from the inside of the bag, but going through, it probably would have worked, but it didn't slide in and out very easily. But the 16-inch that I do use for work, it doesn't fit in there very easily. Again, I don't take it home very often, so it's not something I necessarily needed. But when I did need to take it home, I did just stick it in the main body of the bag. So I would like to see maybe a 20-liter version of the bag, just so I can fit that 16-inch laptop. And I think because MacBook Pros are really thin, most computers are also pretty much the same thickness these days. So you're not going to have too much of an issue, I think, with a different brand computer. They're all about the same. So if you're going to have like a 15, 16-inch, it will fit inside the bag. You just have to put it in the main body, not necessarily in the laptop sleeve. But QA pocket also has that stretchy material, so once you put stuff in there, it actually expands into the inside of the bag, and you have some nice stretch in here. So even though it's not a huge QA pocket, it does have some good four-way stretch to it. So whatever you put in there is going to expand. It will take room inside the bag, but it does expand, so you can actually load that QA pocket out pretty nicely. Now while we're talking about that, let's go ahead and just open the bag up, and you can see my basic loadout here. So I still have a skull cap in here, even though it's been 90 degrees. I keep a little Suray 3T35K tabletop tripod with a cell phone mount in here, because you never know when you're going to need that. I have my little admin pocket that I keep saying I'm going to take out of my bag, but I end up using all the time, so I have that in there constantly. My tech kit. Got to keep a hat in there. Got some paid bills, my tablet, and some other bills in the back there that I should probably take out. Down here, I'm missing one, but I usually carry two of these. I think it's actually on the table downstairs. I have my Skineth Solutions pound cakes. I keep two of them in here. They fit perfectly side by side. And then up top here, I have my tuna tin and my sardine tin from Greenroom, where I keep a bunch of my random odds and ends in these things. And this pocket fits these perfectly. And because this bag has this full clamshell size and shape to it, you can actually fit a ton in this bag. So even though it's a 16-liter bag, and I put, you know, this big fat admin panel in here, my tech kit, a hat, and this, we don't need to put that back in. I still have all of this room up top. I can slide my laptop behind all of this stuff. It still fits in there, and it still zips up no problem, and I still have a lot of room inside this bag. So even though it is only a 16-liter pack, I have this fully kitted out with even a little remnant of my winter kit, and I still have a lot of room inside this bag. So even though it's a 16-liter bag, it definitely punches above its weight class. You can fit a lot in here. I love full clamshells with a square shape like this because you can fully utilize it. Yes, some of the more ergonomic bags are more comfortable to wear. I haven't had any comfort issues with this at all, but you can really pack out a bag like this so much better and more easy, so much better and easier than you can something with an ergonomic shape to it, because you can fully utilize the whole shape of the bag. If you have something square like a rather large admin pocket and you have an ergonomically shaped bag, this is going to kind of sit down there, and you're going to have a whole bunch of space that's unused directly below this, or you're going to have some of those small odds and ends that either you throw in there or fall out of something. They're all going to sink to the very bottom of the bag, and then you're going to lose them because something like your skull cap that you forgot to take out is going to fall down on top of that, or your bandana is going to, I don't even know why I did my bandana, is going to fall down and cover those things up, and it's going to take up that little space, but you're going to lose things. So I like a square, full clamshell bag. I just find these to be the most utilitarian bags. And I also personally like squared shaped things. I love the old square Jeep Wranglers. My favorite car that I ever owned was a Honda Element, big box. So I like square shapes, and I think they are the best backpacks as well because you can fully utilize the bag. You get all of the space, full clamshell. You can completely open it, you can access it, you can pack it, and you can zip it up usually very, very easily. So I like a full clamshell bag. Now, another feature back here as well is we have internal access to, or I'm sorry, we have our external hidden back pocket that I did not cover. I believe we also have that in the, yeah, we do have, I don't think it's the, yeah, we do have a much smaller, it only comes about halfway down for that back pocket access, and it is only the top panel of the bag in the original, where this gives you a full zip and it fully utilizes the space on the back panel. So that's like your hidden travel bag. Now you can see the zipper, so while it's not nearly as well hidden as it is on the original version, you can fully utilize the pocket and fit a lot more stuff in there and get a lot better access to it. So while the Northseeker is currently my favorite backpack from Greenroom 136, the Northseeker BYC number 3, I really, really like the bag. Again, the only thing I would change I would give it that 20-liter capacity so I can fit my 16-inch computer in there when I need to take it home. Other than that, It's been a great size. It helps me to, I say this often when I switch into a smaller bag, it really helps me to eliminate a lot of the extra things that I would carry that I don't need. You do, if you don't switch out of your bags very often, you do accumulate a lot of stuff inside your bag. When you switch like seasonally, like you find skull caps in there. You know, in the winter I'll carry an extra schmog, an extra bandana, gloves, a skull cap, things of that nature. And then in the springtime, if I have a bigger bag and I don't need the space and I don't switch out of it, I'll forget those things are in there. So I end up carrying a lot more things that I don't need, making my bag bulkier, making my bag heavier. So switching into a smaller bag really helps you to eliminate some of that. And when you switch into a smaller bag or carry a little bit smaller bag, you just don't carry all the stuff that you don't need. Like I keep saying I'm going to stop carrying my admin pocket because I don't use it as much as I used to, but I've been using it quite a bit lately. So I've had it in there. But I have used this as an opportunity to eliminate a lot of other things that I've been carrying that I just don't use. So smaller bags still has plenty of space to carry incidentals, but it did help me to eliminate a lot of stuff that I was carrying around that I didn't need in my bag. So overall, very impressed with the Greenroom 136 BYC number 3 Northseeker. Northseeker is my favorite pack from Greenroom, and now I think the BYC version is my favorite of those. I really like the features, the grab handles, and the water bottle pockets especially have come in quite handy for me. The organization in the front lay flat pocket, really, really nice. The dual access to both the hidden travel pocket and the tablet laptop sleeve on the back is really nice. You know, got the extra D-ring so I can clip a hero clip up there so I don't get that jangling against my carabiner. Overall, very pleased with the choices that the fans have chosen for the BYC Northseeker. So I can't wait to see what Greenroom does for the future BYC bags, because one of my favorite brands that makes bags, they make a great product. All these things are handmade in Malaysia, so when you order, they are built to order to your spec. A few of these bags are production, so like things like the BYC, I believe once it's finalized, they do make X amount in the colors based upon the pre-orders. I'm sure they make a few extra as well. But yeah, next time you see a BYC, jump on that. They're really great bags, and follow them on Facebook, and then you can get a vote in whatever the next BYC bag is going to be. You can choose what options you want in that bag, and maybe you can be part of the next version of the BYC, whatever model that may be. So with that, I hope this video helped you just a little bit in your future buying decisions. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.